A little drag racing 101 for the people who aren't, you know, like die-hard drag racers that they should be. Give us a little background on drag racing. It's not just guys running around in dresses. Oh, wait a minute.
I drive a top fuel dragster, so basically for you at home, that's the long skinny ones with the 2 parachutes on the back. That's the best way to explain it. We go a quarter mile in less than 4.5 seconds over 330 miles an hour. Where my competitor, Gary Selzy, is out here, he drives a funny car, and they'll look more like a Mopar, you know, Chevy. They'll be bodied cars, and they're a little bit shorter wheelbase, but the same horsepower. So they're running about 4.60 in a quarter mile, and they also run about 330 miles an hour. So the speeds are really, really close.
Then we have Pro Stock, which is basically like a gutted car, probably 13 to 1400 horsepower, and they run in the 6-second zone at 200 miles an hour. So those are your basic 3 professional classes. Then we also have the motorcycles, which we've got a driver out here, Gutera, that I believe he rides a Harley, that run 6-second runs on a Harley at you know, almost 200 miles an hour.
You couldn't get me on one of those. They don't have roll bar and they don't have parachutes. I'm not going to get in one.
You pop the clutch on the bike, you know, and the rear tire starts moving. They leave at about 3 Gs. You know, you got to stay on the motorcycle with your hands. You got to, you know, hold on. We don't start with our hand on the shifter. We start with our hand on the clutch, and then we pop the clutch, and then we got to go to the shift button. And the bike's moving around and stuff, so there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't think that most of the car guys realize what it takes to ride one of these motorcycles. Most of the guys I talk to, I get the reaction, there's no way I'm getting on one of those motorcycles.
Are you saying it's tougher and that maybe you're a little more talented?
Yeah.
Never been to a drag race, believe me, you're missing it, because it is the most incredible thing you will ever see in your life, I promise you.
Oh, I have been, and it feels like those cars are going right through you. I mean, how is it like just sitting in the cockpit of the car?
You know what, it's funny, because in Tustin and Phoenix, I was actually standing on the starting line, and I was telling my crew chief, I said, these cars are scary.
It's control chaos. It's 0 to 100 in less than 1 second. It's 330 miles an hour in 4.5 seconds. You drive a dragster, you barely steer, about like this. I mean, small movements. In a funny car, you're all over the place. The engine's in front, you catch fire a lot. It's everything when I was a kid I wanted to do. I saw a funny car guy and I said, that guy's on fire, he's out of control, I want to do that someday. I compare it with one of those commuter flights in bad weather. You know, the thing's all over the place and you're about ready to throw up. And sometimes you get out the other end and the parachutes are out and you make the corner and you get out and kiss the ground and thank God the thing's over with.
What's it like sitting inside the car?
It's completely different because we have so much that we're wearing, and we're, you know, 7-point Simpson harness suit, and we're really a piece of the car, and the exhaust point's away from us, so we don't feel that rumble as much as you do. But the acceleration, 5.5 Gs when you get on the gas, and then negative 6.5 when you pull both chutes on the other end, believe me, we do feel that.
When you're in the stands, 2 cars at 8,000 horsepower apiece is 16,000 horsepower. They had a Richter scale in Seattle one year and it registered like a 3.2. So that's how much the ground shakes when 2 nitro cars go down the racetrack. It is incredible. Not to mention the smell of burning rubber and nitromethane. That's the absolute best.
Nothing like the smell of race fuel.
So anybody that has not ever been to one, they come see it one time, they're normally hooked. It's like going fishing. Once you've done it once, you got to keep on coming back.